Hi guys, welcome back to Charlotte's Foliage. Today we're going to just be talking about my foliage store and just some questions that may come up or you've been thinking about it and haven't asked. So if you're new here, welcome. If you're revisiting, welcome back. So let's get into the video. I have a little cheat sheet here, and the purpose of this cheat sheet is just to simply think from a consumer standpoint on how you may be feeling or some reservations that you may have about purchasing a plant from my particular store instead of another store or a big box store, and why my prices may differ from the big box store. So that's one of the purposes of this video, and I want to take away any reservations that you may have or what you may have heard or seen and you just maybe haven't asked that question. So I'm going to be trying my best to kind of help you guys with that. I'm going to turn my oven timer off first. Okay, my apologies for that. I gotta cook, still have to do domestic things around the house. So let's get into the first question that I thought maybe you guys would maybe fill in or haven't yet decided what your issue is from not buying a plant for yourself or your loved one. It's the first question I have here. It says, why buy? Why buy a plant from Charlotte's Foliage if I can get a plant cheaper at the big box store or simply from the big box store? Well, that's a good question, and there's nothing wrong with that question. And in fact, you could do that. Sometimes I purchase plants from the big box store, but what I've learned and been educated about, and this is not any particular store, is that for the most part, those plants come from another nursery, and sometimes they simply put a soil medium in there and they water those plants, and some of the people that they have to take care of the plants are not very experienced. That's why you see some dead foliage on plants, because they're overwatered or underwatered, or they've been in the sun too long. There's different things that happen with that plant before it gets to you. I also am able to educate you on what to look for when purchasing a plant. Now, why is my plants any different? Well, they're not. What's different about them is it may come from a big box store, but for the most part, I buy my plants from a large nursery in Indonesia. So what I do for you guys as a consumer is I purchase what they call phytosanitary certificates. And basically what that is it's a certificate that shows this plant is healthy. It doesn't have any pests or funguses or bacterias on it, and it has been inspected. And so I'm giving you a plant that I know that's healthy and that I have placed my own time and energy into caring for that plant. I may take that plant out of the substrate or soil mixture that it's in and put together a soil mixture that I know that plant likes and can thrive, okay? So that costs money. I want you guys to certainly educate yourselves about what is PON and what does PON do for a plant? What is LECA and what does LECA do for a plant? What is perlite and what is tree fir fiber, and what does organic soil do for the plant? And what are all these fertilizers she's using? Are they organic? Are they systemic? What are these different things that she's putting in these plants? Well, those are things that cost me as a supplier, as a company, to provide for you as a consumer, and so that plant will thrive. Another thing that I do is I keep my online presence open so that if you have questions or problems, and even if you're local, I'm willing to take a look at your plant and see if there's something I can do to help you with that plant or have a conversation with you about that plant. So those are some things that you will not get necessarily from the big box store or from another nursery. You will actually get to talk with me, and if you have a certain plant that you're out there looking for and you haven't been able to find it, or you don't know the resources to find it, I can help you with that as well too. So I know that if you were to go to Big Lots and Lowe's or Walmart or wherever it is, your local nursery or grocery store, those people are not going to take the time to tell you everything that I'm telling you, and they're not going to put that in your pot with your plant and say, here, this is a good healthy plant, because they're not paid to do that. Okay. But yeah, I just want you to feel comfortable. Even if you don't buy from me and you buy another plant from somewhere else, I want you to be able to contact me, talk to me about the plant or problems you may be having about the plant. And so my doors are always open, and my online presence is always open for that. So that's what makes me stand apart from any other nursery, okay? Why is there a price difference? Well, think about it. I have to drive to go get the plant, or I have to order that plant online. If it's not a plant that I created, I have to have that plant shipped and pay shipping costs. I have to pay taxes on that plant. I have to care for that plant until it's sold. So I may have had that plant a week. I may have had that plant a month. I'm using my resources here in my home, whether it be my water, my heat, my lighting is a big factor, lighting and water, because plants cannot live without lighting or water, okay? So I do want to make sure that you understand all the things that are tied into the cost of buying a plant, whether it be from me or someone else, okay? So either you want to purchase the plant or you want knowledge about the plant, but just know that I have to make a profit off of that plant, but I also enjoy doing this, okay? It was a decision that I made in March, but I've had plants. You guys, I have over 100 plants of my own, so I could easily sell those plants, but I keep them because I love them and I love taking care of them. And I want you guys to share in that same experience and make your presence at home just wonderful, filled with plants, every room if you want. And I want to encourage you and let you know that you can do it, okay? So I'm not going to keep rattling on and on about it, but that is the reason why Charlotte's Foliage was created, okay? So let's go to another question I think or concern that you may have. I think I touched on most of them. The other thing is, do you want to support a local plant owner or plant nursery, or would you rather support a big box store? It's your choice. There's no pressure here at all. I'm not that type of person. I've given plants away. If you check out my Facebook, Charlotte's Foliage, or if you check out my YouTube channel, Charlotte's Foliage, I've given away plants, so I don't mind doing that. I've had some new customers where the plant that they seen in the picture may have declined or dropped a leaf or two. I may reduce the price of the plant, or it may have grown even bigger and I don't increase the price of the plant. Some of my plants started out smaller and gotten bigger, and I don't change the price because of that. If you check out my store, you'll show that I reduce some cost in plants, and but you know, I still need to make a profit, so I don't want to reduce them too much. Okay, what I really want to know is, what is your real doubt about purchasing a plant, whether it be from me or any other nursery? Do you think that, wow, I spent this money on this plant and now it's dying? Or I don't want to spend that much money on that plant and then it die on me. Well, what if I told you that as soon as you start noticing a decline in that plant, that you could contact me and we can restore that plant? We can do that. I can do that for you. I'm willing to do that for you. This is a service that I'm willing to provide for you at no other cost. There's no cost for that at all. Because you know why? I enjoy it. I may not have all the answers, but I bet you we can get that plant to turn around and we can save that plant. And if we can't, there's always more plants. Some people, the biggest problem is not the person that's taking care of the plant, it's the conditions in your home. You may not have enough windows. You may not have enough lighting. You may not have enough humidity. Yeah, you may not have enough airflow. You may need to use distilled water. There's so many factors that come into play when trying to care for a plant. And what I would suggest you guys do, if you're really interested in a plant, take my advice and buy yourself a plant that is low maintenance, where you water it once a month. Put it on the calendar or set your cell phone with a reminder. Today is the day I need to water my snake plant. Today is the day I need to water my ZZ plant, because those plants, they're easy. I can put those plants in low light and they'll still live and look beautiful in my home. My daughter is only 20-something years old. She's never owned a plant. She has 3 or 4 plants now because I taught her how to take care of that plant. It's actually less that you do than it is more that you do. And I had to learn that because I'm an over-waterer, you guys. So I had to learn, hey, that plant doesn't need that much water. Hey, that plant doesn't need to be watered that often. I had to learn that. I had to kill a few plants. And so what if you kill a few plants? If you really want a plant, you'll learn how to take care of that plant, because you don't want to keep losing out. You will eventually get the hang of it. Okay? Let's see what other things I have here. We talked about how I'll offer online presence when you have questions. We talked about a lot of the products that I purchased. Go and check it out. Do your homework. Go to Amazon and look up Pon Mix, P-O-N. Go to Amazon and look up tree fur fiber. See how much that costs. Go on Amazon and look up how much LECA costs and how much Perlite costs. Do your homework before you purchase a plant from me. I don't mind. In fact, don't purchase a plant from me, but go and buy those products yourselves and see how much it costs to care for your plants and to put those mixtures together. Okay? Try it out. So again, this is Charlotte's Foliage, and I just wanted to get in here and talk to you guys about some reservations that you may have about your plant purchase in my store, or any store for that matter. But I will look forward to you purchasing a plant, whether it be from here or somewhere else. And don't hesitate to call me or email me or text me and let me know how your plant is doing. I hope this helps solve any reservations that you may have. And if you have more questions, this video is going to be uploaded to my YouTube channel, and there is a comment section there. Make sure you put your questions there. Bye now, and thanks again.